Well, greetings, citizens of the Imperium, and welcome back. Episode 4, Let's Paint. I'm your host, Trooper 6, and... so, we played, we had fun, and we've got distracted downstairs. So I told my wife, alright, taking this opportunity, we're going to go up, knock out these last episode or two, and I did a little bit of work. I dry brushed with barbarian flesh over the holsters and leather pouches. I did a little bit of the bronze work, a little bit of gunmetal, knocked out the rest of this. All we really have to do are the gemstones and the purity seal and some dry brush or edge highlighting. Been doing a little bit of the face. We left the gemstone and the leaf. And I left this because I wanted to show you guys what exactly I was planning for this. So when I do something special with particularly Blood Angel stuff, is I do, brass or bronze, whatever you want to do, for the edges of the wings, and then I do this interior layer of feathers. I do that with the silver. And then with the exterior of the wing, I do with the white. And that's how I do specialized Blood Angel logos. And usually, like I had said, I believe last episode, how I would echo that. On how this one I didn't want to echo it, because I wanted the shoulder to stand out, as it were. Wanted the shoulder to stand out. But what I would do is the skull and the tip of the wing in that bronze. Then I would do this in the silver and the edge in the white. Now, I've done that before on various works, and you can see it. It's just something that I like to do. That is not something that everybody has to do. Hell, if you want to start doing that, by all means. It's a great little thing. I love it. And we got our matte white because that's what we're going to use on our Blood Angel logo. And for the other thing, for the backpack decoration. And why don't we get our brush and technique down? I was going to use Mummy Row, but we're going to use the matte white. We're just going to go straight with the stark contrast. We want that thing bright and beaming, because it's going to look great. It's going to look great. At least we're telling ourselves it's going to look great because we want it to look great. We need it to look great. It has to. This is Sergeant Rafen that we're doing, after all. I swear, it almost sounds wrong that I'm saying Rafen. Like, part of me does want to keep going to Rafen, and maybe it is Rafen, but I don't know. If that's the name, if that's the case, then I don't like the name. As silly as that would be. Because he's a fantastic character. He questions his own loyalty. He questions the chapter. He questions the Imperium at that point. He's just like, what the hell is going on? What have we come to if this is really it? And then the fact that the chapter itself was dividing. He's like, what is going on? How is this happening? We're the Blood Angels. We don't do things like this. We don't split. This is not some high school BS that you could just I don't know. Sorry if I slurped. I'm very much against slurping. I had to get some coffee. I got some hot coffee. I even had some breakfast while I was down there. I heated up the leftover pancakes. I don't know if you guys do anything like that. I never really considered it until I had met my wife, and she did it. She makes pancakes in bulk and then puts them in the freezer. I don't put them in the freezer. I put them in the fridge like a sane person. But then again, I thought it was insane to save leftovers of pancakes. But it's very hard to make pancakes for just you. How do you not make them in bulk? Excuse me. And I guess you just adjust your recipe as you see fit, but I don't know, I couldn't do it. And I do the protein pancakes to, I guess, trick myself into trying. Because pancakes, I will forever stand by the fact that pancakes are not a healthy, balanced breakfast for you. They're not. They're not good for you. And people have tried to debate me on that one before. They're like, hey, pancakes are part of a nutritious breakfast. And I'm like, but they're not. They're not. And you're not going to be able to tell me otherwise, dude. They're not. All right. Now that we've gotten that, we're going to go back to our mummy robe. We're going to get a dash of that out there. Because we want to edge highlight a couple of things with that. And we are going to use this Haggard-Ash brush instead of our other brush. All right. And I like to do like the edges. Not just the edges, but I mean like the corners. The corners. I like to do the corners of the leather. Or like the very, very raised part. It's just something I like to do. Adds just a touch more depth to it. If you don't think so, I mean, that's fine. It's not your model. Just a little bit, little bit, little bit. Get a little bit, little bit, little bit on the raised parts of the soft parts. Because it adds a little bit to it. Know what I mean? Know what I mean, Vern? Know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean, Vern. You know what I mean, Vern. You know what I mean, Verny Vern. You Vernon motherfucking Vern. Vernon motherfucking Vern. Oh yeah, Vern, you son of a bitch. Like to pop you in the pussy, you stupid itch. I don't know what I'm doing. I know I always end it with that too. I don't know what I'm doing. What I was trying to do was trying to think of more, but then I realized right there at that last second that I'm like, trying to think of more, that's what sabotaged it. Because then I tried. It didn't come naturally. I tried it. All right, just a little bit. A little bit on the hair. And there you go. There you go, there you go, there you go, go, go. Norfolk, Hampton, Richmond. I know I always do that joke. Oh, man, but anybody local, you'd get it. You'd get it. Trying to get a touch. Just a touch of the white in there for the mouth. Because he is showing just a little bit of teeth. Nah. It's going to be the best we get for that. All right. And his face ain't coming out that bad. It really ain't. So, before I forget, our gunmetal is still wet. Yeah, I know, wet pellets. Shut up. I know. And I did find my wet palette out there. I did. But I can't justify it for the show. Not right now. So if y'all want to help me become a full-time painter, by all means, spread the word. I need more of you to join the leagues of the Pungolians. And so, since we have this out, right back here, yeah, you can see it. Yeah, right back here, we did hit that part with the metal. I figured he just magnetized, to a leather belt. But that's not the point. The point is fuck it. That's the point. The point is fuck it. God damn it. All right, we're going to get this back out because we're going to take our mummy robe. Yeah. Take our mummy robe. Oh, no, that's the matte white. That's the matte white. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, all right. We got enough of that off. Take the mummy robe. We don't need too much. You just really want to catch the edges. That's all you really want to do. All right, just to give a little more depth to that skull. And that's it. That's it. All right, now that we have that, right? Now we need to do the base, right? So we're going to get our skeleton bone. I want to say we should get the yellow. But I think the skeleton bone might do us just fine. If anything. All right. Experimentation time. I'm very uncomfortable doing experimentation on this model. But we're going to do it anyway, right? All right. We're not going to bother cleaning our brush right now. It'll be okay. Because these things hold a lot of moisture. All right. Well, we need just a little bit of yellow. Just to get some coloration. There you go. Yeah, all right. The yellow was just fine. Because we're also going to be doing yellow on his armor. And I just didn't want too much, of the same thing going on. Even though we're on Baal, it's just, I don't know. My brain was like, do it, but don't overdo it. I think we're still going to have to go over it with that bone. I was going to edge highlight, but we are doing this. We're risking it. And I'm thinking we're just going to edge highlight anyway. Yeah, we're just going to edge highlight it anyway. So, all right. Now that we got some yellow coloration on there, let's get a little bit of that skeleton bone out. Again, we're not cleaning that brush yet. Let's put our demonic yellow. Actually, just get it out, out. Norfolk, Hampton, Richmond. Now it's just ingrained in me. All right, now we need that skeleton bone because Baal has a very specific coloring, in my opinion. And I want to make sure that we get this kind of right. We've done it before with the Knights of Blood. we got a pretty good coloring on it. And I just wanted to make sure that we got the same effect here. And it's also something that you got to be careful with, that you don't overthink. Because it's just, that's something that if you overthink, then you overcompensate, and then you screw it up. You flat out, you screw it up. Let's twist that brush, see what that does. Nothing. Good. Perfect. All right. All right. All right, we're done. We can scrub. 15 minutes. Okay. So the last episode will be episode 5, and it will be the transfers. All right. We're just going to call it now. And we're going to hope that we're not wrong so that we don't seem like a dick. I'm just going to get out a little bit more demonic yellow because it's going to make me feel more comfortable to have plenty to work with. All right. And our music choices have severely altered. We are now on the apartment music from Mass Effect 3, the Citadel DLC. My favorite DLC in the entire world. And that goes across all games of all time. I feel like that was the be-all, end-all of DLC packages, because it was beautiful. It was perfect. You couldn't get much better than that. You really can't. All right, we need a little bit more yellow. And as you see, we're employing the arm technique this time. We got this. This model has been coming together pretty nicely. And I haven't forgotten about those gemstones. Nor this little blood vial that I have right here. I can only assume is what that is. 'Cause I'm sorry, someone like Rafen, if you were the hero of something like the Blood Angel Civil War, and you basically ended the heresy that was happening in your own chapter, I would think you are absolutely worthy of carrying a little bit of blood of Sanguinius with you. And that's how I would see is what that blood vial is. Or maybe it's blood of his brother Archeo. As I thought about doing a Rafen for my Revenant Legion, my loyal blood angels in the Sanguine Heresy. And maybe we can do that. Maybe. It's projected for season 4 that I was going to do the Revenant Legion. Give you guys that. So if that's definitely something you want, you need to let me know. Even though it was, probably going to happen anyway. But still, feedback is important, because if you guys don't want it, I kind of don't want to waste my time with it. But honestly, I couldn't see why you guys wouldn't want it. And that's not like to toot my own horn or anything. It's just, if it's part of the Sanguine Heresy, why wouldn't you want it? Because we're all in this heresy boat together. Man. It's not that easy trying to be that careful. All right. So now that he is done, we got to move on to the arms and the backpack. Come on now. Come on now, little doggy. You little vampire. I did love that. I love that part in the Blood Angels in the Rafen Omnibus. They had made mention of I can't remember exactly the context. Okay? I will preface it with that. I don't remember the exact context. He might have been talking about somebody in the death company. He might have just been talking about something. I believe somebody was insulting him. Or something like he witnessed something. They were basically talking about how that's more or less what Blood Angels are. And that's what killed me too. When I had chosen the Blood Angels, a friend of mine was like, "Oh, really? Really? You're going to go with some vampires?" And I was like, "Oh, no. Come on." At least they don't sparkle. You know, because that joke hasn't been driven into the goddamn ground yet. But he had said he was no longer just like a blood angel, something like that. And he wasn't just what the rumors are. He truly had embodied the ancient derogatory term, as he said it was it was one of the deepest, most ancient insults you could say about them, was the fact that he had gone vampire, because they'd spelled it that way too, if I'm not mistaken. The original spelling, they had kind of spelled it that way, so it wasn't vampire, it was vampire. And that always stuck with me, is that the blood angels, with their blood drinking and everything, that they're not just like vampires. They're not just like that. They are vampire. And I'm not saying vampire, I'm saying vampire. That they're something ancient. They're something deadly, spoken about in hushed whispers. You know, to witness the vampire is to witness everything you would fear in human nature. Because I believe to witness a blood angel, or anybody who is a son of Sanguinius, to be some of the most fearsome thing to behold. And I truly believe that that's how scary they really would be. Is that they are that terrifying, especially when they are unhinged. That it's, dear God, run for your life. All right, but with that being said, whew. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run down. I'm going to put him together, and then I'm going to varnish him, and then we'll be back next episode for all of the transfers. And so I will see you guys on the next episode. Stay happy and healthy. May the Void Father guide your brush. Peace.